Hey, what's up, guys? I just got back home from the gym about 5, 6, 7 minutes ago, and I mean, of course, I left around 10, um, because usually I won't want to leave home and come back here a quarter around after 11 at 11 really, because it's like usually my mom is on a work schedule, and it's like I wouldn't want to kind of like miss out on that time when I have to get moving and be out the door. But luckily for her, since she's on vacation, I don't have to worry about it. But real fast, I was just going to make a video and show that like how I usually maintain proper technique um, advanced work advanced working multitasking cleaning skills I mentioned. Um, it's kind of like I figure since I'm down here in the basement, I normally I normally train occasionally, even when I say I go to the gym 7 days a week. Sometimes if I don't, I usually just work out down here, where it's a little bit of space and opportunity to to go along with everything and get started. So real fast, I was just going to show a little bit of the rotation type of techniques as far as going around circles and obstacles when I'm wiping down. I'm not really wiping down anything. It's just mostly consistent practice actually for when it's an easier solution and an easier way to clean something off without taking long. So I'll let you see. It's more like this is more like a 1 rep um, cardio multitasking extra sort of like a warm up exercise. But I mostly do these things so I can keep in mind on if I have to go faster. But and especially if I go to one side to rotate, turn to the other side like a perpetuating snake. Yeah, so I said like I'm not really wiping it down anything, especially on the like near the top of the dryer and washer machine. I just use those as practice. Ultimately, so I can keep in mind that it's an easier formula. I guess like it's an easier formulated technique instead of wiping a table down where I can do it much faster. The harder solution mostly is kind of like wiping it and then having to dry where it takes up time. So I figure since it dries automatically, that's one of the techniques from one of my mentors that I learned from that I'm using to incorporate and manage to improvise and prioritize good quality skills needed necessarily, so I won't have to be behind time basically. So it's like I'll demonstrate. Yeah, kind of like mostly like I pretend that I usually have like a spray and this as a napkin, like a napkin right here, paper towel. Well, kind of like whatever I use to clean mostly. I use these as I'm going along like a rotating snake. It's kind of like I wipe one side here and then turn around fast and go the other side, up and down, straight, like straight and back, and rotate back forward and backwards. So it's kind of like sometimes for me, because it is mostly a cardio squat workout I do. It's kind of like when I'm doing that, I get on I bend down and move like this because it's like I'm wiping cubicles, and I have to make sure that I get every single cubicle around me, whereas I'm rotating around to make sure that I get them all at once, and continue throughout the surface. So I'll demonstrate how I do it. So you'll get an idea on how easy it looks. See what I see like that. What I did was like I did like a fast type of wiping technique that I learned because it's kind of like it's official. Because for me, it's easier to wipe a table down much quicker than to dry it, unless I think unless I have to take long to dry something, is if somebody has wet the table or left some sprigs of um of like I guess kind of like left some sprigs of water on the table and didn't properly clean it up, like if it was damp, and I left too much of it where it's too wet. That's usually too much water to consume, and of course disinfectant material listed disinfectant materialistic type of cleaning solutions to put on the table. So mainly I do it like that because I know some would say instead of drying the table, I can wipe, I can spray it and wipe it, and then wet it up as I'm wiping the table, and then leave it like that. Move on to the next. So I wanted to consume time. It's kind of like this person, who of course name is Lewis, was saying that um, instead of wiping the table and then drying it, I can just wipe the table and leave it like that because it dries automatically, which is a good theory. I didn't think of it like that, but it's kind of like after I went throughout the processes of work, mostly, so to speak, I got the hang of the techniques, and I've been incorporating the max. So like I said, I usually go to the gym 7 days a week just to level up and prep myself up for everything that comes directly my way. In case if I feel as though that if something happens, I will start preparing. All right. So the next rep I'm gonna show is what I normally do, as far as how I said, rotate and wipe down, wipe everything down, frequently. I usually bend down because I have to, mostly because I have to reach cubicle style up and down, like how janitorials do. That's exactly how I do it. So I'll demonstrate this too. And thanks to one of my supervisors that's helped me out to bend down instead of bending down like on my back, because that leaves a strain and that causes pain. And I did that a lot at the gym because because it relieves pain and it prevents. And it's kind of like if I squat down like that, like how you see me do like that. Uh, that's definitely an exercise, but it's a good resistance for your legs, and mostly for your backside, because it's like your spinal cord would be up straight and not bend down too further. Because I know if it bends down too further, that'll cause severe pain. So I do prevent that. It was a habit before, but thanks to my supervisor, I got the hang of it, and I've been incorporating all those techniques. All right. So yeah, this is exactly how I usually wipe down and rotate around after I get every single corner. And usually I do the doors too. I don't really wipe down the doors because there's nothing to wipe down. But I do this mainly for practice, in case if I gotta speed it up. And if it's like a different type of accurate technique as far as doing something like that, that's much more profitable and significant, where it's an easier solution on how to do something much quicker than to do it slower. So that's why I practice. This is why I practice a lot. And one more. Do it like this. This is how I do it. I wipe. It's like I go left, right, sideways, up, down. If I spray, I usually do like that, and I don't worry about drying it. I fan it. I do fan it to relieve the wetness, but usually I let it dry on its own, so I could go throughout my destinations. That's mostly the multitasking training that I focus on relatively, regardless to my job. So it's kind of like I said, I'm preparing for both school and work at the same time. So it's like ultimately, at some point, if I knew or know that I'm going to return back for more occasional work, ethics or something like that, I'll be pumped up and prepped. I'll be pumped up and prepped up, on the go, and ready to put into work. So I do this a lot regularly, so I won't have to worry about facing a challenge and being outworked, or being overly tired, or even being slow trying to keep up the pace. I'm doing I'm doing exactly mostly like what I should have done a while ago. I'm working my ass off, and I'm just incorporating the max, making sure that I get my shit right. And lastly, only thing I'm doing right now is just focusing on continuing to be in shape, but increasing all techniques I learned. So I wanted to repeat the mistakes that I've made, where I can eliminate that, remove that, and store in the newer, easier techniques that I can incorporate. And of course, use on my floor. So I wanted to get everything all like all bunch, like everything from old techniques to new techniques all bunched up and mixed up, and then I throw my own self off. I'm eliminating that now. I'm on to a new subject. So that's mostly it, and that's about it for right now. All right. So I'm done for the night. About to get out of these clothes, sit myself down, eat some dinner, take a shower, relax, and just kick rocks. All right. Well, I'm about to log off here and head upstairs. All right. Stay safe. Continue to wear your mask. Keep social distancing. And happy holidays. Take care, everyone. And I will catch y'all next time. All right. Peace out.